What's going on, everybody? Stock Jock here, up $651 in the first hour of trading. I'm currently sitting over 1800, was over 2300 and gave a little bit back, but I'm going to call it a day here. But anyway, like I said, up $651 in the first hour of trading. Let's get into the trades. Not a lot to go over, so it should be nice and quick. So this first trade's pretty easy. It was just a simple news play. You'll hear Benzinga chime in saying Aflac AFL, something about Japan banning some kind of insurance, blah, blah, blah. The fact is, it was negative for AFL, and I heard 20%. Hearing it back now, it was 20% of their insurance in Japan, which I don't know how much that, how much revenue Japan insurance sales brings Aflac. No details. I just knew it's probably going to go down. You can see this is when, let's see, I heard it right in here. Obviously, it was out for a minute before I heard it because that's where the big volume down spike hit. I jumped in short at 52.64. I was looking for this break, which I did get, but I was just kind of watching the time in sales, the L2, just seeing is it going to just completely fall on its face. If it looked like it was going to bounce there, I'm just going to cover, which I ended up doing for about a $130 win.
AFL, Aflac, hearing a negative report from Keith Barrett and Woods, says Japan regulators are ordering Japan Post to suspend all insurance sales. Japan Post is about 25% of total Japan sales for Aflac. That's Alpha Foxtrot Lima.
And I missed my short there. I was trying to get 3 and didn't get my order in quick enough. I wasn't ready for that one. If we'll get another shot at that 3 break or not.
So I'll keep an eye on MIRM. SIF back over 4.
So these next trades, I'm probably not going to show the live trade of them just because they were much longer holds. They didn't happen like bam, bam, quick, right? So the first one is going to be LK. And this one, if, I want to pull over the daily chart on this. Here we go. Let's just do this one. All right. This is a beautiful flag pattern on the daily chart, right? So this is today's candle. We'll ignore that one. So nice run up flag pattern, and you could kind of just draw it something like this, right? Beautiful flag pattern, something around there. With it, and this is the flagpole, right? Jeez, the E-Trade things are just terrible. So here's our flagpole, flag pattern, just consolidating. 20-day moving average offering some support. A break of this would, tell us that a pretty big move should be to the upside over time. Not, like a $10 move from whenever it breaks out, which is today. Don't know if we'll get a $10 move or not, but that's what the measured move is. So anyway, I was looking to play this one, and I was looking for an entry on it. So with that in mind, and I thought that that breakout might happen today. With that in mind, I wanted to play the gap on this thing. So this thing gapped up. You can kind of see it pre-market, gapped up quite a bit, about $1, right? We'll call it $1. Well, it sold off pretty hard, and at that point, this is where I'm looking for an entry. This is Friday's close. Over here, we've got some support down in this level and down in this level. Guess what? That's where it bounced off of, right? And I'm just kind of at first, At first, I took a little entry in here, thinking that okay, we filled the gap. Now it's just going to go like this, right? When I got that candle over candle in the 1 minute, it didn't do anything. It rejected this 9 EMA, and I kind of just got in and out real quick. Lost, what is that? 2 cents, $40. Just didn't do anything. But then I started to get the options that I wanted. So down here, started basing out I took a small position, an entry level, the $32 call, out of the money, quite a bit. And the reason why I wanted it out of the money, because if my plan didn't work, I didn't want it to just completely, I didn't want the delta to be high. I didn't want it to go against me hard. Um, so anyway, I took these out of the money. The idea was to buy some here, and if it drops to 30, which would have been the 20-day moving average, where it's shown support here on the past bit, and it's also a nice hold number, I would double my position. It didn't drop to 30, 30, 50 held, and I was kind of just stuck with these 10. So that's where I got in at, right around here. Again, I wanted to double my position at 30 on the daily chart. I didn't get there. That's where I started this position. I rode this position, and I set a sell order that I completely forgot about for when it actually ended up breaking out. I sold half at 100% win, and that would be at 11:15. I think there's a big spike. Okay, there it is. In this big spike, I was able to sell half of them at 85. This is a limit order that I put in way earlier in the day, and I actually was playing the stock at this time as well. I'll show that in just a second. It was just kind of a big accumulation going on. This big run up, high day, coinciding with kind of a pretty pivotal spot on this breakout on the daily chart. Just kind of led to the pressure buildup of this move right here. So I was looking at high day, you kind of see it. Every time it got up to there and rejected, it was bought up, bought up, bought up. And this one kind of was the telltale sign that it was about to go, because the drop didn't come down to this level anymore. So it made a higher low. So it created kind of a mini ascending triangle, if you want to call it that. Not much, but it was a change of pattern. Okay, so I started playing the stock during this time too. And where is that? I know I bought it. Let me find it. Okay, here it is. I bought 1201. I bought right in here. The oscillators, which is on a different screen that you can't see, they're all showing up. Basically, what I use is the MACD, RSI, and Stokes. I don't use E-Trades because obviously I can't see this, and I can't zoom in on it unless I zoom the whole thing in. E-Trades charts are just complete, but I use TradingView.com for my charts right now. Anyway, 12:01 p.m., which is right here, I go long looking for that break of this trend line and a move up, breaking, looking to break this candlestick, because that would mean we're making a higher high out of this bull flag pattern. Because up until now, we're just making, here's a high, here's a lower high, because we're not breaking this guy. This move and the break of this was really what I was looking for, kind of that catapult. Breaking high day was what I got in for, but what I'm really looking for is this break of 3260. I did not know that we were going to get this massive move. That was pretty big. And I'm happy. I was happy to be in it for sure. So anyway, my 2,000 shares, I sold half at 32.16. So at 12.10, where's that candlestick at? So yeah, just sold into the spike immediately. What prompted this run was an option trade that Benzinga called out. I think it was. Let's pull the right ticker first. I think it was 3,000 calls someone bought. Yeah, the $33 call. Someone bought 3,000 at the time and just sent this thing into orbit. Anyway, back to the recording. So anyway, I sold half just to lock in some profit. That's about a $600 move or $600 profit, like 540 on that 1,000 shares. I held the extra 1,000, and E-Trade screwed up. I did sell. I think it was the same price, if I'm not mistaken. I think I sold at 32.16. For some reason, E-Trade isn't showing me what it completed at, but it did sell. I don't have, I could show you I don't have anything up here. I don't have any positions anymore. So here we go. So back to this. At that time as well, I sold, like I said, I sold half of my calls for 100%, and then I sold the rest of the calls later on in the day. So I sold two more at 168. Remember, I bought these at 40 something. So this is like a 350% move. Let's see, 105 is when I sold. Where is it? Three. Okay, so right in here. So we're making, moves up. Now we're starting to break these moving averages here, signifying maybe we're going to get a pullback, and that's when I kind of just started to sell. I sold two at 168. Again, I bought these at 40, I think it was. Let's go down. 42. All right, so an absolute slaughter of a move. And then I sold the rest. Let's see, where was those two? Okay, sold three. Nope, sold three at 155, sold the remaining two at 168. So roughly 300% winner there, 350%. What is it? 4, 12, 16. This one was 400%, right? Huge win. Not complaining about that one at all. Really good. Again, I'm not going to show the replay because it's like over an hour and a half of movement. There's just no way to show that. I don't think I played it again. No. Boeing is the other play that I had. Boeing had really bad news today. Let's pull up Boeing so we can show that trade. So Boeing, you can kind of see it on the, let's get rid of this stuff. Boeing, you can see on the daily chart, gap down, I think about 4.5%, 5% move, pretty big for Boeing. And recently, every time Boeing has bad news, I should say, it just, gets it all back. It's just kind of ridiculous how the stock has been so resilient recently. I think this is going to be the one that kind of makes it have a downtrend for a while, because now you're talking about guidance for 2020. For those of you who don't know, Wall Street Journal put out a article saying that Boeing is contemplating slowing or stopping the 737 MAX jet production right now. They're weighing that option. Tomorrow Boeing can come out and say that's not true. We're still going full steam ahead, whatever. But that's why this thing's gapping down. So how did I play Boeing? So what I did is I wanted to watch it. I was very slow getting in this thing. So out of the gates, here's that huge drop pre-market. Out of the gates, it shoots up. Okay. And I'm looking for an entry area, and the 618 would have been the perfect entry to go short. And that's kind of what I was looking for. I went short via puts on this. I missed. I didn't get in right here at this level. Let's see, Boeing puts. I bought to open the 33,250 puts. Again, out of the money, because if this level broke to the upside, I was just going to fill that gap. I didn't want to get hurt too bad. And I did think that if it did start to curl down, VWAP would have been pretty easy to get to, and probably even more, which we're at right now. But I didn't hold that long. So I bought 10 at 10.09. Where's that at? Right here. So again, all this was doing is pop, pull back, pop higher, pull back, pop higher, pull back. And then we get this candle over candle, and it doesn't give us that next leg up, signifying, okay, we're on the backside of this move now. I can start going short. So I go short right in here. I took, again, the 33250s at 425. It kind of creates this, I did get a little worried for a second there, because the 5 minutes started to not look so hot for me for a second, because it just looked like it was pop, pull back, candle over candle, and it could easily have started moving like this on the 5 minute. But instead we went pop, pull back, candle over candle, and it didn't do anything. So now the 5 minute candle under candle was the smarter play, and I wish I would have waited to then, because I wouldn't have had a heart attack being down $500 on this little spike. But nonetheless, it created a little shelf here that once that shelf broke, it was an easy move down to the VWAP. I sold half of them at 10:30 a.m., which is right here. right at the VWAP is where I was basically going. Sold half for a 56-cent win on the contracts, and the other half I sold basically the same spot. I thought it would get to the VWAP and bounce. It did not. It broke VWAP, came back and tested it, and went down further before testing it again, and then just sold off from there. So the good play on Boeing. Again, this is the LK trade really kind of put me over the 2,000 mark today. Sold, lost a little bit back, so I'm only up 1,800 bucks. I wonder if I can you see that? Oh yeah, you can. All right, let me try to. There you go. There you go. There's the 1,800 bucks. So I'm not lying. It's right there. Just E-Trade's platform is garbage, so I can't really move things around so easily. So anyway, that's that. But the morning trade, this was kind of the end of the morning trade, the Boeing trade. I still was holding the LK calls at this time, and I played again. The bigger move happened after the first hour, so I won't really go into that. This one, again, this Boeing play was later on, was just shorting it after the VWAP rejection, made a horizontal level to break, and I think I shorted through there. But anyway, those are the trades for this morning. Again, not going to really show the replay on them. If you have any questions on my trading style, feel free to ask. I have a free chat room, which is my Discord link down in the description down below. Feel free to check that out. We're just a bunch of traders trying to make money and helping each other along the way. If you're new to trading, please come in here and let us help you learn the 101 ropes, basically. Everyone has their own trading style, but yeah, come on in, learn to trade. If you're an accomplished trader, come in. We'd love to have you. We're always looking for more. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.